Right, welcome back. Hello, I hope everything's working. I managed to close the loop. We are there. I saw Hover redeeming the first. Well done, with the hypes. I see being the actual first, but Hover beat it. Well done, well done. Phew. How do I even do that? Nicotine, welcome. Right, let me welcome everyone. Icy Dragons, the first one. Here's a shout out. Well, I did enjoy your streams last week and this week it's been pretty good. Let me see. There's been me, there's been Icy, welcome, with the nurse, the Bryce, Hover with the hypes, and Nicotine. Heyo, very nice to have you. Phew, I closed the loop. I took some time off last week to just chill and I think it worked, so we're back. A bit of a different schedule. It's 1 hour later, so I have more time after work to catch up with all the adulting and go for a walk, take some break. So that's us. We'll be streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays, and occasionally other days, so I think maybe some weekends when there is something cool going on at some different times. And I know some of you are also in Europe, so it's pretty late today for you to fly along, but then I think the occasional weekend streams will be a chance for you to fly as well. And we're about to do Boston Wings VFR today, but there is a bit of a problem. There is no Boston controllers at the moment, so we'll be flying around until they come. I'll show you. Right, and put down the base. Hope everything works. If you see anything wrong on stream, please let me know. I'll try to correct it. It's been a while, so there is a chance something broke. And absolutely weird. Thank you for the follow. I also saw the follow. Let me replay it. I actually do that all the time. There we go. Thank you for the follow. And Aussie Coffee Bean. I'm not sure if that was the last stream or somewhere in the middle. Thank you for the follow as well. And we are 1 follower until the goal, and then most probably, well, as soon as that happens, on the next stream I will be flying the 737, just flying Crow data, so just VR, ILS, whatever. But until then, we are in the Cessna. I actually forgot to go outside, and the weather isn't great. We'll see how it looks in a moment. We'll fly along, but have explorers in 30. Cool. Those Europeans. I'm European myself, so I do understand the struggle. And when you need to get up in the morning, well, you can fly along until midnight, so that's pretty understandable. What do we do next? Let me show you around. Here's Volanta. I did set up the flight. The data and top relay is coming from the Volanta, so that's what you see here. And we also have the Navigraph. So the VFR one is just the traffic patterns. Hatchet, welcome, very nice to have you. Welcome back. And there's a shout out. Works like a charm. How have you been? So, right, then later on we'll do this flight. It's 64 miles. 64 miles. That's forever. In a Cessna 152. That's pretty much forever. Right, so what I'm planning to do today, if the VATSIM gods are listening, is to start the wings, Boston Wings. It's, if you're new to VATSIM or fear of flying on VATSIM, this is the way to go. Just Toga, yeah, but the Toga on Cessna 152 is not much. All the way. That's pretty much what to do. Anyway, so they have these flights to familiarize yourself with VATSIM, and it's step by step. So there are the VFR ones, and it starts a very simple traffic pattern. Just VFR flight, class B, blah blah. A lot of stuff. So this seems really nice. I may not be familiar with some of this because this US, so I'm flying in the US, and I have never been in class B myself in real life. So we'll see what that's about. If they actually come today, because it's pricey, there's no controller yet, which is pretty much unheard of. They're always here, and there's a ton of traffic in Boston. Well, 4 of them. I'm also on the VAT Prism, which is the client I really like, instead of the VAT Spy. This one seems to be a bit more useful for me. And on top of that, I did change few things on the stream. I have the vanity title, so please forgive me, but I'll hope it will bring in some more people. I've also added some panels here, so you can read about myself, who I am, what I can and cannot do, and there is the important stuff, which I think is important. So a few disclaimers here. Just whatever I say, or anyone for that matter, be sure to check in the literature. You will be safe that way. Alright, let me stop the music and start the music. Right, that's the guitar stopped. The music should be going. I will also cue the bass. Oh, cue the applause. Thank you for the applause, Nicotin. Right, I turned off the amp. I want those VATSIM controllers to be in. Where are you? We need you now. Come out, wherever you are. Also, I added myself to the list of streamer here. I become the patron for the VATSIM, so there is a chance you'll see me there. If you go to the Patreon list, I am at the very end, one of the new guys. This should be cool. So I wonder if we'll actually show up here. So I think that's time to connect to VATSIM. I think I recognize the important stuff and it has stream elements. Yeah, exactly. I just copied it over from what is there on stream elements, but I think it's important, so why not have it in two places? Well. November 225. Victor X-Ray. That's me. That's my favorite call sign. And we are C152, which is 22 above C130, but it's much smaller. JPL, no, that's the stock one. Alright, so here's the thing. I did clean up my official and community folder. I'm just linking whatever I need for the flight, and I haven't tried the JPL yet. So also heard it has some conflict with the flow, I believe, or something, and it's causing stutters. I know the JPL is great, but I just haven't tried it yet, so I don't want to try it on stream. We're just flying the stock one, so if you are trying to reproduce whatever I'm doing today, you have the same thing, just in the sim is the stock one. So should be good enough, I think, I hope. Also, is my voice fine? I think it's okay. I think we can file the flight plan. We'll not be able to fly, no problem. Actually flying C208 above South Dakota, pretty boring, and we'll have to cook something. Hope you'll have a nice flight. Well, enjoy the dinner. I hope we'll have a good flight too. So let's file the flight plan. And well, this will take a moment to do. Alright, so we are flying, let me see. To Alpha Charlie Kilo. To the same place. No alternate, departure time. Well, I need a controller. So let's say 19 Zulu. Alright, so we can start 30 minutes early, so that will be fine. Time en route, I think 45 minutes will do. Well, available will take 2 hours, and cruise speed, that's 80 knots for us. Cruise altitude 1500, because that's a low, slow flying Cessna. Also, the weather is looking great. I was doing a flight in the 172 earlier, and I've just seen my FPM. What was it? It's so good or so hard? Right, next thing I need is the code. So let me get it. -77, nice. So I'm using this one from VATSIM Romania. It's a pretty nice one, and it shows the suffixes for the FAA. So we are no RVSM, no DME, and transponder mode Charlie. So that's /uniform. Right, route is direct, and remark traffic patterns at Kilo Alpha Charlie Kilo, and wings VFR #1. How it will work. I actually need to check what we need to fill in. Right, let's file this. Oh, I do have voice. I am totally on voice. No one here. GG. Well. Right, I had some doubts if I will remember how to stream. Or also the weather. Damn. I took all this effort to prepare the flights, and look what we'll be doing. And then I come here and it's not great. Anyway, we'll be able to make the best of it. Also, I always wondered how those parking places work, because I always, when I look at those T's, I thought I need the wings here and the engine should be facing this way. But it seems to be the other way around, so this line is here to assist me to roll in. Meow! Meow! I see that two of them. How can I do that? So the DW about it might have deleted my ZFA flight cover to remove $1 million debt. Oops. Right, here goes the second one. Alright, it's great. I like it. Why is the music so quiet? Let me fix it. Should be a bit better now. Redemption flight. I'll be doing one very shortly. Oh, I saw you crash something.
Hello
Firebird! Welcome. Hello there. Very nice to have you here. We are about to do the VFR 1 flight, and there are two problems. One is the weather. That's one problem. And the other problem is there's no controllers at the moment. So how's that gonna work? And that's surprising, because I remember the Boston guys being here all the time. I don't know, is this an event? No. The event is in 4 days. It's getting worse by the minute. Let's check the weather. I have a link here. Right, I like checking the meters here, aviationweather.gov, and you can just enter the codes. Get the last few hours. I like checking few hours because it shows me the trend, include tab. Let's see how it works. Well, 3 miles visibility, rain, mist, view 1200. That's not really VFR. Actually, and broken 4100, so that is actually VFR. I don't remember what's the visibility in miles, but in Europe it's 5 kilometers, so 3 times 1.6. That's about 5 kilometers. So actually, it's not that bad, but it looks much worse in the sim. I think the sim is, well, yeah, that's the sim. It's a bit hard on the visibility in the rain. It's worse than it's is indicated on the meter at least. Anyway, so in theory, we should be able to do that with this meter. And what's on the top? So the above 6 miles, shower vicinity showers, scattered 3000, broken 070. And from 20 to the from 02 is the day of the month, 21 Zulu, 6 miles, scatter 060. Okay, so it's actually, at least as far as the meter is concerned, we are a-okay. This guy, not so much. Are you sure you want to fly? Well, worst case oh, the wind. The wind. Oh, 200. Gusting to 2. Gonna have to mute for like 2 minutes to watch a video for the food practical. Tomorrow, first reaction. Cool stuff. Good luck. Well, yeah, the wind. Out the tree. Hello. At the iceberg. Hello, very nice to have you. Yeah, I'm not so sure if I want to fly. Let's check our runway. Gone with the wind. Yeah, definitely. In that Cessna, it cannot outrun the wind. Also, the visibility is absolutely bad. Welcome. Full house. So, I was planning to do the Boston Wings VFR Flight 1, and we have two problems. One is the weather, second is the lack of controllers at the moment. And I want to check how this weather is moving, so we can see it on Sky Vector. Looks a lovely day. Yeah, a lovely day for staying at home. That's what it is here in Boston area. So that's where we are. And we should be able to add the weather here. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Alright, so it's moving this way, and it should be out in any time now. Actually, it's already out. Hey, so it will be clearing up. Good stuff. So that's not bad. The wind, as long as it's not too much of a crosswind on landing, we should be fine. So let's have a look at that. Also, we can do simulated VFR, so we can just, well, simulated VMC, so you can just simulate the VMC weather in the sim and tell them we have set that up, and they will allow us to fly. That's also a possibility. They're absolute madness. Let me do it for you. It's a cool blurb. I think it's your favorite one at this point. Right, let's check the runways. Actually, yeah, we can get familiar with the airports. So these are the two. And looking at the airports, so there is runway 24. So if the wind is 22 knots from 200, we should be fine, at least in theory. Okay, let's look there. So the meter again. The meter is showing wind 200, 22, gusting 30. It's quite a lot, but it is a crosswind. I do have my tools ready. Yay, my flight computer. So I can just check the crosswind there. So let me do this real quick. Right, let me show you. I did put 2 dots there so we can check the crosswind. And the way it works now, you can't really see very well. So I did put 200 here and I marked 2 dots. One is on 22, the other is on 30. And now we can set our actual heading of the runway, which was 22, so that's 220. I should have also checked the magnetic variation. And then we read the crosswind as 10 knots max and headwind 20 to 30 knots. So I did rotate it to have my runway heading here on top. And now I can check the... I need to cover my face. So the crosswind is here and it's depending if it's a gust or not. Either from 10 to like 10 knots crosswind, and the headwind is from 20 to 30. So in theory that's okay for our little Cessna. So shouldn't be a problem. And I removed the dots. Actually, fun fact, you can remove the marker dots with this thing, the eraser. I actually have all my flight computers here, just ready for you to go. I have 3 of them. I forgot the names. The rotary one, it also has a lot of Mac features. And then I have two other. They are basically the same, except one is paper, the other is metal. And to be honest, I do prefer the paper one. I've read those tools are not allowed by the FAA when passing a rating. Are they in Europe? They are totally allowed. Actually, that's the thing you can take to your theory exam. You have to leave your phone, you have to leave everything except your ID in the locker, but you can take those tools for the exam, and I've been using them on my ATPL. Especially this one, because it has all the Mac features. So you don't need to remember all sorts of stuff like kilogram to pound conversion, because it's there in the tool. Of course, you need to know at least a general idea, but you have the tool, so that's pretty useful. And they're totally allowed here, so also getting exact wind correction without that is a bit of a struggle. So strange that it's not allowed by the FAA, but here it's totally allowed. Right, the weather is perfect. It's clearing up. What have I gotten myself into? Everything. How has been your week? Have you had a chance to fly along with someone else, or had a good rest? Right. Let's have a look. Are the VATSIM controllers here? Nope. Not the one. Nope. I'll fly along, but I'm creating an SOP for IC Airlines. Okay, that's gonna be tough. Will anyone be able to follow it except for you? This weather looks a bit different than the other one. Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong place. Am I? That's where we are. Just need to set the ground rules so that the airline remains profitable. Yeah, so I think I'll pass for now. Flying with your airline, it seems to be too much of a struggle, and then the penalties. I'll never financially recover from this if I crash it once. Or maybe you're just looking for the profit in red, which is the loss. Is this the forecast? No, that's the live one. 3 minutes ago. From the radar. Actually, it has a very nice time resolution. It's super often, like every few minutes. So, the rain's gone. Miss Fizz, come on. Let's get rid of the rain. Okay, let's set the whole flight here. Hover can have the badge for first all loss 07. Well done, Hover. We are proud of you. You took the title from Icy. Oh, also we are standing here. No, here. That's where we are standing. Actually, it's marked here. I'm a dummy. Oh, and I was saying, I was always confused how to park at those T's, and then now I know. So your wings should be on the bar and your nose should be on the line. That's how it works. Somehow when I think about the plane, it's the other way around. Good day, Munch Crunch. Hello, how are you? We are about to fly the VFR on Boston Wings, but we don't have VFR and we don't have controllers. So it is a bit of a mess. Right, we'll do it like that. We will scratch this from the flight plan. This for now. Think, alright, cool. So that's filed. Hello. We can have a look there. Right, worst case we'll do a dry run in this challenging weather. Right, I did enter the route, so that's what we should be flying later on as our VFR flight. Isn't this in Bravo? No, I think it's just below the other Bravo. Let's have a look there as well. So I'll switch to the VFR chart here. Nose will be on the top of the T. According to the image you can see on Google Maps. Okay, I honestly don't know. I have never encountered this T in the real life, but I would say to put the wings on the bar and nose wheel wherever it ends, because different aircraft will have it different. But that's just a wild guess. I don't actually know. So we would need to check with someone from the US. I know how they park it. Oh, you say that the nose wheel here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but then it doesn't make too much sense. Because look, if the other aircraft was sitting here, like how would you get there? I don't know. The nose should be on the top of the T. Really? So we are the wrong way around. Okay, let's fix that. It's very easy to fix. So you're saying it should be like this. That's what I always saw, like this makes more sense to me. Looks more like an aircraft, right? Tabletop Android, beautiful weather. I actually love flying in those conditions in game. Yeah, same here. That should be okay. Alright, thank you, Icebird. I actually don't know. We don't have, like, I've never encountered this in real life, so seems better like this. I think so as well. Alright, so let's stick with this version. Let's do it like that. We need to ask someone. I think Jesus will know. Jesus, how do we do that? Give him a shout out so he'll come later. Or Hatchet was here. Hatchet! So the wings on the T, tail on the line, cause tie down would be at the end of the line and tail tie. Alright. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Hatchet. That's super helpful. That's what I was always thinking, but somehow when it loaded like that, okay, I was wrong, but yeah, it makes more sense. Hey, this should also know. Here's a shout out. Is the best in between InSim, ATC, and VATSIM. Seems good. Thanks, Hatchet. You can learn all the stuff easily. Yep. Unless something is off. So in the sim, I never know if I'm wrong or the sim is wrong or what's going on. With voice recognition and TTS. Oh. You mean like, well... Okay. Let's get going then. Explain T3D and Miss Fees. So what does have voice recognition and TTS? It's... Oh, P2ACTC. I haven't heard about this one. Interesting. Cool. P2ATC. Never heard of it. Good stuff. At most airports, there will have hooks on 3 points of the T for tie downs. You can try before you buy for 10 days. Great stuff. Alright, so the tie downs makes a lot of sense. And to actually have the tie downs, we don't have the tie downs in Europe, so we often have to improvise, like there will be concrete blocks with the tie downs. That's super nice. I had no idea there are tie downs here, and that actually makes a lot of sense. What about the nose wheel tie down? Because, well, it's also supposed to be there. And Gadget, that's super nice video to all this stuff. I feel like I'm learning, so it's a good idea to try the challenge and fly VFR in US. The weather is clearing up, it's perfect. Dang. P2ATC.com. I will check it out myself later on. I'll just put it in Discord. Right. I need to lock my scenes, so what I'm doing is I put those 3D printed locks under the wheels of my chair, and I need to hide and mute myself for a few seconds to do that. So I will be right back. Right, the chair is set. I need to strap back in. It shouldn't be moving anymore, so I can comfortably use my other pedals and not slide away. Also, there's ton of cable ton of cables running under my feet, so I need to be careful about that. I think I'm a bit too far, but it's okay. You also can download all the manuals from there for all the frames you need for VFR and IFR. I have bought some chair wheels with stoppers on it. Easy, just click and my chair is fixed. Yeah, I need to, well, I had this on the old chair, but this one didn't have it, so I 3D printed this stuff. I'm not sure if I can change them, so maybe that's a good idea. To see if I can actually buy the new ones and change, or even get the ones from the old chair. That would be super nice. Although, to be honest, these logs that I'm having now, they are way better. I mean, it's more pain to get them in, but once they're in, the chair will not move, whatever happens. You changed them, yeah. That's when I understood. Cool. Right, I think the VATSIM gods are not listening. So there's me, there's no controllers. Boo. Nor here, nor here. Right, so we'll be doing VFR1. Also remember, if you want to... Well, the VFR1 will suggest traffic patterns, so that should be easy peasy. And then the second one is the flight. So I think we'll do a dry run today and then do a wet run next time. But, well, the weather-wise, it should be the other way around. Also remember, if you want to go into details here, so you can go into this page without no problem, I guess. But if you want to go inside and actually see the content, you need to log in. And to log in, you need to create an account here on the forum. And it takes a time for them to approve. And I've been super confused about this because I couldn't find it for the life of me. So just remember, you need to create the account and then you can go in. Then they describe this VFR1, what you have to do here. And there's a huge description how to do that. Some learning material and training. So there's this nice description of the track pattern, like this one. Cool. I'll have a look. Thank you, Lightbird. I have saved the link. There are two sizes, so buy the right one. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of, to get the wrong one. Also, the wheels that I have, they lock in spot, and I'm not sure if I will be able to get them out. That can be a bit of pain. So from the important stuff, they say, oh, visibility of 3. Oh, actually, it's all here. Look, maybe I should have read that. Maybe you can read that, but there's a bit too much. Welcome to the BVA Wings over New England. In the Wings program, you'll experience everything from basic VFR close traffic, like in this flight, to complex IFR procedures, like full approaches, halts, and diversions. Well, each flight will incorporate set of test standards to explain what your HC is looking for while you complete the exercise. You'll also see a recommended aircraft and information which alternate airports you can fly if there's better ATC coverage available. Reading's always good, because if you don't know, leaders are readers. Yeah, I have read a lot in my life and now I'm just trying to avoid it, to be honest. Because, well, the time is a bit lacking. Then, below you'll find the summary and the training material for the flight. In detail, the training material covers what you need to know to meet the test standards, successfully complete the flight. It's a learning-oriented program. As you progress through the flights, you'll make mistakes, feel uncomfortable, and be forced to make decisions about how to proceed. Alright, we are setting ourselves here for a long training. You are not alone. Well, as you encounter questions or find challenges, reach out to our members through the forums or Discord, or even ask to speak with the controllers if not too busy. The community is here to provide as much help and guidance as you need while working through the material. In addition to being a training program, Wings Over New England will also offer a tour of some of the region's most interesting airports. I've been flying in the region actually, usually because PhD Boy is doing stream controlling here, and he has one stream a month in Europe friendly time, so I'm super looking forward to this month. From mountainous approaches in Vermont to coastlines of the Cape. Right, I'm sold. Take my money. We want to fly. We hope you enjoyed the chance to explore this fascinating airspace. The program has been specifically designed with add-on scenery products in mind, so pilots flying with airbags and other scenery products, well, or default misfits like myself, at least today, will have a great experience. Right, here they say if we find any problem, reach out to them on the email. Hope you enjoyed the program, the learning, and the tour of our home airspace. Phew. Okay, I'll continue with that. I hope you're not bored to death, but I haven't read that, so if you are looking to do this yourself, maybe this will help. Getting started with the all-night flying. If you're new to the BVA, which is Boston Virtual ARTCC, BVR, or to flying in line with VATSIM, we recommend you also look at some of the resources available on the rest of our website, and they do actually have some learning material over here pilots, and there's a lot. Before getting started, while Wings Over New England will teach you plenty about operating within the IT system, it won't necessarily explain some of the simulator concepts you may wish to know, installing scenery and setting stuff. So that we know how to do. Shouldn't be an issue. If you haven't already, check the orientation page. Let's see what's there. Right, there's whole stuff to see if you're new to VATSIM, or new to online flying, or new to flight simulation. Simulator specific materials, so I think I am pretty comfortable with my simulator. Summary: in this flight, you will complete a minimum of 3 laps of the VFR trike pattern in a small non-jet general aviation aircraft like a Cessna 172 or Piper Cherokee. Before flying, ensure you have the airport diagram available and that the weather is stable for a VFR flight, and I think they will say about it later on. Training material. The trike pattern is standard method by which VFR aircraft depart and arrive at an airport. As shown in the diagram below, the pattern is rectangular in this shape and is flown so that the field is within sight at all times. That is true also. It's a bit challenging when you are here on downwind to base turn, or when you're on the crosswind, you may not see the airport, especially in the sim. That's a bit of a struggle, because let me show you. Well, hey, this aircraft is pretty nice, but some aircraft don't have great visibility and it's a bit troublesome to look around in the sim. Unless you do that. So sometimes I have trouble seeing the airport. Maximal altitude reached during the pattern, called the pattern altitude, is 1000 AGL, which is above ground level, but it's a bit safer to say AL, above aerodrome level. I typed it in the chat. And also show you here. That's what I mean. Above aerodrome level is a bit safer because, well, you might not be 1000 feet over the ground at all times, depending on the terrain. For light aircraft, unless otherwise published, twin-engine aircraft, turboprops, and small jets may fly the pattern at up to 1500 feet AGL. That's interesting. Okay, good to remember. Also, very often when they clear you to fly in Charlie airspace, they will say not higher than, and usually that's just a bit above 1000 feet or above aerodrome level. So, also need to remember that. Here's the alternate pattern and how to depart or enter it. Traffic pattern is normally flown using left traffic, demonstrating the diagram in that all turns are made to the left. However, in some instances, right traffic may be assigned or prescribed due to specific runway configuration, terrain, or other factors. Unless ATC or prospective procedure specifies otherwise, the pattern should always be flown using left traffic. So that's US specific as far as I know. And for example, here in Poland, we do have those traffic patterns. Usually they are specified. I showed this to you last time, so let me find some example. Ish, I can barely see anything here. Echo Papa India, that's the one I was looking for. And it does have a traffic pattern specified right here. So here for the aircraft, it's always on this side of the airport. So for northeast, it's the left traffic pattern. For southwest runway, it's the right traffic pattern. So it can be described like this here. And it's actual navigraph, so that's pretty nice. I hope you can see. Oh no, I've been reading but I haven't been seeing. So that's the one. Here we have this traffic pattern described. It's basically on the chart from Navigraph, but it's also on the VFR chart published by the authorities. So that's how it can be prescribed and what to look for. Otherwise, well, in US they say do the left traffic pattern. In Europe I think we'll choose whatever feels better. Not overflying the houses or maybe wind consideration. But usually there is one traffic that they are more comfortable with. And I haven't seen those VFR traffic patterns here in the US. So I actually wonder how it's prescribed. Maybe it's in the FAA charts. And we can also go to the charts here in SkyVector. We have this airport. I'll open it, and there's a list of charts here, but they're mostly IFR, so I'm not sure if there's anything VFR related here. And I've been flying in Europe, so things might be a bit different in Europe. And also, if you're in doubt, there's usually a number which you can call and ask. Right, let's continue. Is the ATC there? I don't think so. Seems to be a day off for the ATC. Which Wings is such a great program on VFR 3 and I've had so much fun so far. That's great stuff. I've been a bit scared to try it, so now we're doing it. Let's go. Should be fun. Also, because I've been flying the aircraft in real life doesn't mean I'll not fail anything here. It's quite likely I'll fail one of them because, well, it's a bit different for me being in the US and have all these specific procedures. Also, when I'm flying in the sim, I do not prepare as much as when I'm flying the real aircraft. Okay, we are halfway through. Well, not really. Go flying, begin Wings VFR 1 on the General Aviation Ramp at Nantucket Airport, KACK, that's where we are. And sure, you have the airport diagram available with it. And make sure the weather is VFR, visibility 3 static miles or greater and ceiling at least 1000 feet AGL. So that's different in Europe. In Europe it would be 1500 feet AGL. or AAL above our aerodrome level for the VFR flights, and 5 kilometers visibility. So 3 stated miles, that's pretty much 3 kilometers, but well, the ceiling that's different here than what we have. When ready, contact non-tagged ground and request taxi to the active runway for VFR closed traffic. So we just call them and request taxi, we don't ask for the clearance. That tells me it's probably class Delta, is it? Oh, it's class Echo. Alright. That's why you don't ask for the flight clearance. No, sorry, we're in the Delta, but same story. We don't need flight clearance, we just call red taxi and we'll be cleared to do that. Okay. For VFR closed traffic, I always call it traffic pattern, and in the US they call it closed traffic or closed circuit. I need to get used to that. I'm always super confused. I'm calling it traffic patterns all the time. Tabletop, have you done all the wings until the VFR3 so far, including all the VFR, or have you just started midway? Because you don't have to do them one by one, you can just take whichever you want. If there is no ground control available, then contact next size air traffic controller covering that position, and it should be in the getting started guide. Alright, if there's okay, because this is a VFR flight, you don't need to file a flight plan, but you can. Additionally, you do not need to file a flight plan on VATSIM for VFR. Okay, but well, there's nothing stopping you to file the flight plan. Also in Europe, when we are flying, even in Class G, you do not have to file the flight plan, but then you're calling the Flight Information Service, and when you're doing cross-country, you'll need to tell them what you're doing, so it takes a lot of time to say that over the radio. And I personally prefer to just file the flight plan and contact them and say, as filed, and they just look, oh, it's there, so I don't need to spend time and bother talking to them and explaining what I'm about to do. It's all there, so it saves a bit of time and nerves. Totally recommend that. Alright, let's continue. Additionally, you will not receive any type of pre-flight clearance that you might be used to hearing for a flight. Issue request should sound like this. Non-tagged ground. Okay, non-tagged ground. How do we call it? How's this Cessna called? I forgot. How's it called? It's not a Skyhawk. I would just say Cessna 152. Non-tagged ground, Cessna 1. Well, Cessna number 225 Victor X-ray at the terminal. Information Bravo requesting taxi VFR closed traffic and wings VFR1. Right, so that's where we tell them what we want to do about the wings program. Traveler will apply taxi instruction, may also provide with the transponder code. So we know how to handle that. Access extracted by the sea. When you're fully ready to depart, request clearance after takeoff climb. Straight out along the runway center line. Extend the runway center line to approximately 500 feet AGL, then begin a 90-degree turn left. Okay, that's what I'm used to. Doing the crosswind turn at 500 feet AAL. Depending on whether the ATC has assigned left or right, onto the crossing legs, start the second 90-degree turn, onto the downwind legs just prior to reaching pattern altitude. Right, this will depend on the aircraft. The Cessna 150 I was flying on my PPL, I think it reached the pattern altitude a bit later. So, but that sounds about right. On downwind leg, you should level at pattern altitude and flying parallel to the runway at a distance no greater than 3 miles. Nautical miles. Right, I wonder why 3 nautical miles. Is that related to the airspace we're having here? Yeah, I think that's the reason. So, I'm just using this as a ruler, and it seems that it's like 4 nautical miles, so if we do 3 nautical miles, we'll just fit the pattern in here. That's the reason why they're saying 3 miles, but 3 miles is a lot, so I would do it much closer myself. Alright, the exact distance will depend on the aircraft. Tomorrow single engine, prop, it will be 3/4 to half mile from the runway. You want to be close enough to the runway. Should you experience an engine failure on downwind, you can safely return and land at the airport. We have practiced that a bit. Once you're abeam the runway threshold, reduce power and begin descending, use flaps. So proper desired more third 90-degree turn for the base, like when the runway threshold is 45-degree behind you. So that's a nice reference, but it's not always very easy to see, and if we go into the cockpit, the 45-degree behind, oh, that's just the runway disappearing behind the window here. Okay. Also, I'm doing talking so that the weather improves, but maybe it's a good idea to read this on stream. BB, going back to work. Cool. Have a good day at work there. Where was I? Right. 45-degree behind you on the base leg, continue reducing your final approach speed at the appropriate time and make last 90-degree turn onto final and line up with the runway. For a small GA aircraft, the final approach segment is normally no longer than 2 miles. Yeah, 2 miles is quite a lot. Also, I like doing so. It's a bit difficult to gauge the last turn, so you may end up too late and then overshoot and need to go back. So it's quite reasonable to split this turn in two. First do a 45-degree turn, and then it's much easier to anticipate and just turn on final. So yeah, just cut a corner here. I've been doing that as of late and it's working pretty well. Unless specifically asked by the ATC, you do not need to report each pattern turn you make while flying into or out of uncontrolled airport. Yes. Control knows where you are and will issue a landing clearance when appropriate. If they have the radar or just see you out the window, and don't forget it. So you can always call, if you didn't get anything, depending on the traffic situation, I can always call on the downwind or a beam or just on the base or on final, just to remind them, hey, I'm here, I need the clearance. For paragliding, learn to just use your eyes and your brain, check the landing spot all the time, your brain will do the rest. Yeah, pretty much. It's a lot of moving parts also. Takes some using too. Oh, also what I have been doing as of late is to identify the landmarks when I'm flying. So when I'm on the base or somewhere around here on my downwind to base turn, it might be very difficult to see the runway because it might be behind the trees and whatnot. The perspective is just covering it. So what I started doing when I'm on downwind and I can clearly see the runway, I'm somewhere here. 45 I beam the threshold. Yeah. But what I'm doing now is I'm looking at the runway and looking, okay, so if the runway is here, my final will be somewhere here, and that's where I want to turn from base to final and spot some landmark in this place. And then I walk. No, okay, there is this lake or this something here, and I will need to do my base to final turn there. And then when I'm in this area and it's a bit difficult to see the runway, I have that landmark identified, so it helps me a bit to do that. Just identify this landmark up front. And now, since we are in the internet era, You can just do this at home, and I always forget to do that. Hey, there's someone else. Good stuff. So we'll be flying this runway. Left traffic pattern, although I would normally prefer the right traffic pattern because just not to overfly the houses. And then we can just identify something here. So there is this forest area. So that's looking on the extended runway center line, somewhere on the final. That's basically where I would expect my base to final turn to be. And then when I'm on the pattern and I'm somewhere over here, I can clearly see the runway and I can identify this place as being there. Also learn, since the paraglider has no engine, to shortcut the final leg or make it longer so you can manage the right altitude for landing. Yes, and you're also doing a bit of higher landings because you can lose the altitude, but you cannot gain it. I've been flying gliders also in the past, so it's a bit similar, although the gliders are a bit faster. So we can just try to identify our traffic pattern here. It's a bit hard to tell the distance, so I need to measure it someday and just to know what to expect. But there is this forest area here, so maybe we will be able to identify this. Retro these nuts, welcome. Yes, I am a pilot. I have been flying in Europe and I have been flying for the last 3 years, so most of my rating, well, all my ratings expired, but I have 200 hours on the airplanes and 100 hours in gliders in Europe, and we're now flying in the US. But, well, I may not be as sharp in the sim as I am when I'm flying the real aircraft. And very nice to have you here, welcome, welcome. Also, you can go down to the about on the stream, and there is a bit of a description about that. Cool stuff. Hi. However, if you have not received any instruction from the controller by the time you are turning final, you should remind the controller of your location intentions. Remember, you can't land or even complete a touch and go without clearance to do so. Yeah, it's also a bit dangerous to overfly the runway at that time. Yay, we have reached the call. Right to these nuts. Thank you. Very nice to have you here, and thank you for the follow. And well, you just broke our follower goal, which means on Thursday we'll be flying the 737 raw data. So I'll be just hand flying it using ILS and VR and doing the VFR procedures, pretty much like in the GA plane. This will be cool. Thank you. So nice to have the follower goal, and welcome aboard. So that's what we'll be doing on Thursday. It's official now. Okay, I'll need to prepare for that. It will be fun. So that's how we'll be celebrating. I decided to put something so we have some better way to celebrate. Great stuff. Right, back to the reading. So we say intentions if you want to do full stop, touch and go, or whatever. It doesn't mean we cannot go around or whatever, but it helps the ATC prepare for what we want to do. So if we say it will be full stop, they will check the taxi for us and so on. Alright, aircraft in pattern, normally receive the instruction, clear for the option. From ATC, which allows you to execute a full stop landing, touch and go, or stop and go, or low approach, at your discretion. So, full stop is we just land and stop on the runway and then vacate to the taxiway. Touch and go is we touch the wheels and then full power and go. Or just roll for a bit and then full power and take off again, or stop and go, which means you stop completely on the runway, repair the aircraft, and then take off again. It's a bit time consuming, but if they cleared you for the option, you're allowed to do that. And the reason why it's a good idea to do that is because when you're a student pilot, it's a bit difficult to do touch and go and raise the flaps, manage everything at the same time. So it's much safer to just stop on the runway, raise the flaps to take off position, and then go again, take a breath, and so on. I'm just really interested in planes, mostly fighter jets. Cool, but modern passenger planes are cool too. Don't know what any of the buttons there anything means. However, I still really enjoy watching people play. Well, you can learn all of that stuff, and to be honest, the most complicated aircraft are just composed out of a lot of simple parts, so there's nothing stopping you to doing that. Just watch, and I think you'll get it with time. Also, you can always Google and read stuff. Just take it one thing at a time. It should be more manageable that way. Right, so that's stop and go. Low approach is 100% will watching you. Thank you. That's so nice of you. Low approach is when we... how to tell that? We just go around, but very close to the runway. So you can do two things without touching the runway. Well, you can do three things, but that's more IFR related. So in IFR you have the missed approach point, or fix, where you commence your missed approach, and that can be very far from the runway. For example, in Aspen, that's the one that I know of. So that's normal missed approach. Then you can do low approach, so you just go to very close to the runway, and without touching it, just go. Just start climbing. You can do low pass. You fly very low over the runway, and then you start climbing. So that's the difference between the low pass and the low approach. I hope that was somewhat clear. Maybe I can try it and draw it for you. Would you like me to do so? I'm pretty sure you do. So let's see if it works. I have my drawing stuff here, so I can just draw it for you. Great stuff. Right, so there's our runway. And then normal landing will just... I'll take more blue color. The normal landing, we just land on the runway. Easy peasy. Then the missed approach is when we... just at the missed approach point, we start the climb and execute the missed approach procedure. Then the low approach, we'll do that very close to the runway. Low pass will just fly over the runway and then climb. So those three, they look kind of similar, but they're actually different. So I hope I have that somewhat clear which one is. Does that make sense? I hope it does. It's pretty clear. So even though they look kind of similar, they're actually a bit different. And the difference between missed approach and low approach, I think this will be important. This will be important when we start to do some IFR flying. Cool, now we know. Also, there's no 10. We'll wait for 10 to do the thing. Also, one thing to note, I feel pretty chill about streaming now after the break. I don't stress so much about being on stream and having everything ready, so I've been enjoying it as well. Let's see. At discretion, however, due to constraints and with other arriving or departing traffic, controller may not be able to shoot the distraction, instead may only Here, clear to land, clear touch and go, which restrict you to executing only a full stop landing or a touch and go respectively. Also, you can always do a bulk land. If you're clear to land, you can still go around if you need. And if you do touch and go and something is super bad, you can always land and stop on the runway, but that's a non-normal situation, let's say. Depending how crowded the airspace is at the time of a flight, traffic may issue you a variety of instructions in order to help sequence the aircraft. Most of the instructions are self-explanatory, but don't hesitate to ask for clarification if you're unsure what the controller is requesting. And here are the examples. Extend downwind, tower to call base turn. We extend downwind and tower will call us for the base turn unless they forget, and then we just remind. Another example, when speed and altitude permit, turn crosswind. So they are asking us to turn crosswind as soon as possible and turn base now. Right, additionally, ATC may request you to report other aircraft in sight and then sequence you with this aircraft for landing. And that's a bit difficult in the maze because the aircraft are really difficult to see. It's also like that in the real life because they are so small so far. It's really difficult to see their other aircraft flying. And well, we do not have the nameplates on VATSIM, so if you don't see the traffic, you just say looking for traffic and that's it. So they can say traffic 3 o'clock, 5 miles southwest bound, Cessna 172 on approach to runway 24 at 2000, report traffic in sight. That's a mouthful, that's a lot. And you say traffic in sight, or more likely you say looking for traffic because you still don't see it. So just, if you don't see it, just say looking for traffic and then they will know you don't see them, so it's a problem. If you say traffic in sight and you don't have the traffic in sight, you are bound to be in trouble. So don't do that. And then follow the Cessna runway 24, clear for the option. Alright. After you've completed 3 touch and go or full stop landings, your wings VFR 1 flight is complete. Well, that I'm not sure if that will happen for me today. ATC will notify you whether or not you've passed the flight and will also update the ratings table accordingly. Congratulate yourself on getting your feet wet in this first of 6 VFR flights and get ready to fly to, how do I even read that? Concept state in wings VFR 2. Right. That's all nice and dandy, but can we do that now, please? That's the longest text I have read on stream. I kid you not. And center is still not here. Cool, so I think we'll just... Well, let's start flying. I think we'll just have a look around the area. We'll take off and have a look around the local area. I'll keep my VPilot open. Great, let's start the aircrafts. Okay, do I remember how to fly in this plane? I hope I do. I'll hit the B for QNH. Actually, let's check the actual QNH there. Let's update this. Do we have the latest meteors? Seems we do. And the QNH is 2942. And the weather has improved. 10 miles, scattered 050, scattered 060. 12 at 10, and the wind is 250 knots. Right, so all the talking, the weather cleared up, so that's done. And I have had a lot of flights in real life when I had to wait for the weather to become better, and sometimes that takes a lot of long time. Cool, let's do that. I'll hide the yokes because it's in the way. I haven't checked my controls works. I hope they do. And the rudder pedals are there. Okay, that's good. The parking brake is not working. So okay, so that's the bit I need to cover myself. Where is the parking brake lever now? Here on the top. I'ma go to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. Cool, cool. You can always watch the VOD, or I'm putting the videos as well on YouTube, so it will be there in a few days. You can always join Discord, and there are the links to the YouTube videos. Anyway, there's also other people, so the more you watch, the more you learn, I hope. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night, and bye bye. And we're back to starting the aircraft. Right, parking brake set, mixture in, throttle is idle, and let's get this plane going. Right, our fuel selector needs to be on. I will have a hard time turning it off later on, so it's just the black thing here. Master on, nav lights on, beacon on. Let's have a look if there's anyone around. It's only Joe there in the back, and the weather is much better. Yay, all the waiting has paid off, and there's someone else here. Cool stuff. Welcome, welcome. Also 2942, so that is set, and we can start the engine. So we do prime it let's say 3 times. I'll put the trim in takeoff position so I do not forget it later. Step on the brakes. So even though we have the parking brake set, it's absolutely necessary to have your toes on the brakes to be able to stop it when needed, and just press them, so you're absolutely safe. Clear prop to both and start. And it works like a charm. Alternator on, and the radars are already on. Transponder standby. Applause! Thank you, Nicodemus. 1.5 hours into the stream, almost, and the engine is running. I hope you enjoyed the talking. I didn't expect to read all of that, so there we go. But actually, it was a good idea to read that. You maybe have heard all of that before with someone else doing the flights. And even though I have done this in real life and so on, I'm still happy to learn from the ground up, because there are some differences between US and Europe, as you have seen. So I'm quite eager to read and actually get more familiar with this stuff. Right, 1228. My COM2 is not working on the VPilot, unfortunately, so I cannot check my radio. Usually I'll just set COM2 and I'll be able to hear myself, but today I cannot do that. Squawk 1200, and okay. One important thing, because we have the gyro compass that is not slaved with the magnetic compass, we need to do that manually. And because I slew the plane, it's completely off. So we should be showing 150. Also remember, there is the parallax effect, so we need to move to the center to get the proper reading. And that's spot on 150. So I do need to set 150 here. And then remember to correct it in flight, like every 15 minutes. It's a good idea to check and correct it. It can go wrong for 2 reasons. One is because the Earth is turning, and the other is if you are doing any maneuvering, the gyro will just start getting some errors. Also, I really like the view here, the default view in the stock planes. In the other planes, sometimes it's a bit off, and I'm not sure what to do. Also, I'm not sure how to check the zoom level in Misfits. Right. Another thing I like doing is setting the runway heading. So 241 is the runway heading, and I need to set it somewhere. We have those things that we can use as external memory. And it might not seem like much, but if the things get real, it will help you. So, just set it here. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. Alarm! Jesus, welcome! How are you doing? I am back. Jesus, here's your shoutout again. Welcome, welcome. How have your flights been? We're about to do the VFR one, but there's no controllers, so we'll do just a dry run and fly around. I have read the whole page of the description, so I think everyone is pretty much asleep here. And in the meantime, we were waiting for the weather to clean up because it was absolutely awful. It was in theory still VFR, so I learned today that the VFR in US is 3 static miles and 1000 feet ceiling, which is a bit different to Europe. In Europe you have 5 kilometers, which is pretty much the same, but we have 1500 ceiling. So that was the weather before, and even though it looks pretty nice here, in the same it was absolutely crazy. But now it's better, the rain has passed. Hey yo, how are you? How are Jesus? Tell us. So we'll just have a look around the island. Why not? Hopefully the ATC comes online, or it doesn't. It's likely it will not come online. I wonder why the Boston is not here. They must be having a Boston party or whatnot. Right, so that is set, we're ready to go. So let's get this transponder to alt. And we are on Nantucket, crazy names as usual. Hey yo! Right, let's do the VATSIM call. I hope it works. So I'll say Nantucket traffic, number 25 Victor X-ray, FBO ramp, taxiing runway 24 via Foxtrot Golf Kilo. It's a good idea to rehearse that, otherwise you will get lost, as I often do, and just stumble mid through the sentence. Nantucket traffic, number 225 Victor X-ray, FBO ramp, taxiing runway 24 via Foxtrot Golf Kilo, Nantucket. And at the end you say the airport name again, without the traffic. So if someone just heard the end of transmission, they will know where you're actually at. Quite important on the final call, because I had a case in Glider when someone reported final. Lo-fi geek link is broken. Oh no! Let me correct it. Thank you for reporting that. So it must have changed. I actually updated it before the stream, so that's interesting. Right, it should be... Oh, this one. Let me check also the other link. Wow, it really does say that. Right, I will correct that later on after the stream. Thanks for reporting. I had no idea this went wrong because it's using the handle. Thank you, Nicotine. My cat didn't realize. My cat didn't really like alarm sound. She ran. Oh no, poor cat. Vex will make her coming back. I hope. Don't worry, cats are being cats. They are fine. She's waiting her food. Well, my cat had the food, but she's just walking around. She's not sleeping as usual. Right, parking brake released, taxiway light on. Okay, you should be able to hear the plane. I hope it's loud enough. Easy life. Yeah. No work, no money, only meow meow. Alright, I got a bit confused here, so let's see. We're on this ramp and we taxi. Oh, so we taxi on the ramp and then via Charlie Foxtrot. Cool. That makes more sense now. No work, no problem. No money, no problem. Only meow meow. That's what the cats do. Also, they do seem to have some problems every now and then. Okay. Alright, someone went pretty crazy here with the 787. Good stuff. Oh, also. Hang on. I forgot I switched the server, so if you want to fly along, I am now in North Europe. Sorry about that, I totally forgot. I had the old server because I was flying with Forky the other day. And don't worry about the grass, it's one of these problems with DirectX or whatnot. It just shouldn't be here. So there's our taxiway. Yeah, well, you have to be. Okay, and here's the Foxtrot, first on the left. Next one is Echo. I said Foxtrot, so let's go Foxtrot, just under the wing. I am pretty sure we'll. Alright, let's change that. Take a traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, taxing runway 24 via Foxtrot Bravo Echo Kilo Nantucket. So, turn here. I'm a bit fast, so that's why those turns are not working. I wonder what happened to the VMR that we have the 380, but hey, should be fine. Here's the runway. That's runway C1533. So I'll call crossing the runways and I'll say both numbers just in case someone is on the approach on the other side. I don't want them to miss it. Take a traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, crossing runway 1533 in Nantucket. Don't see anyone approach there and there. Hey, so do you say both numbers of the runway? I mean, usually there is no one crazy enough to land on the wrong runway, but you never know, so why not say the both numbers? Nantucket traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, clear of runway 1533 Nantucket. Oh, cannot see the other aircraft type since they haven't flight the flight plan. I see, I see. Could be that the ATR is day 330. That was a 380. We'll do the run up here real quick. I know we are in the way, so if there's someone who wants to depart, we'll be in their way, but should be fine. Well, not you. I want you. There's a parking brake. Let's set 1700 and we will just check the magnetos. So to the left, the drop is 90, so that's below 150. Back to both. 1700 to the right. Drop also 90, so both are below 50, difference between below 50. And now we check the carb heat. There is a tiny drop, so it's working. Right, that's it. Are the audio levels okay? I think you should be able to hear the sim just fine. I'll make it a bit louder for myself. Also, I hope if the VATSIM comes online, we will be able to hear them. Nothing broke on my end, I hope. Right, let's go. Nantucket traffic, November 2 to 5 Victor X-Ray, lining up runway 24 and taking off, departing to the north Nantucket. Throttle idle. I think it is a bit quiet here with the engine. I think we're good. So, laps 10. Do we have a fuel pump? There is no fuel pump here. No fuel pump, no problem. No one I can see on the approach there. Line sounds are getting a bit crazy today. I'm not sure what's up with that. Run 824, we see the numbers, check the gyro is always also 24 and the magnetic compass 24. Right, full power. I have right leg at the moment. I'll check how this works. Right, I need the right rudder for takeoff. Left aileron, so we have the crossing from the left. Okay, that's matching up. Whoa. That's 80. So take off, go to the climb. That went a bit fast. $200 feet AGL, reduce power 24. 300 feet, flaps up, trim up. Hey Sky Command! Welcome, how are you doing? Very nice to have you here. We have reached the follower goal, so we'll be doing 737 road data flying on Thursday. Just hand flying, ILS, VR readings, no map, no nothing. Pretty basic stuff. Should be fun. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I forgot to change the lights, so let's fix that. Strobe on, landing lights off. It's 1000 feet AGL, so we can turn. Let's have a loop around the island, flying on hard mode. It is an A380, going to Kilo India Charlie Tango. Good stat, thanks for checking, Jesus. Good luck getting that out of there. I mean, as long as it's empty, it should be fine enough. Let's reduce the power. I'll go 22. Trim down. Let's try to keep 1000 feet. Actually, 1500 feet. That's what we report in the flight plan, so let's keep it. There's no ATC, so we'll just have a look around the area. So the plan is, we'll just fly around the island and inspect what it looks like. Looks pretty picturesque. The A380 took off. Yeah, it's actually there. I can see it here. Oh my. 11 o'clock. Good stuff. Well done, sir. There's Commander Kodak, Jojo the pilot, Maker Saya. We have all the crazy names. This looks pretty much like Bahama, except it's probably much colder. Also, I want the cockpit lights. Let's get the cockpit lights on. Oh, let's get the pitot heat on. I am totally out of my element. Oh, that is the cockpit light, but it's the cockpit night light. It's red. Alright. Guess we no lights then today. Also cabin heat on. I'll try to keep the altitude today. Didn't hear him on Unicorn. Huh. Unless something is broken on my end. there's always chance. Right. I usually listen through the stream, but I unmuted as well, so if there's any call I'll hear it and then we can verify if you can hear it as well. There's a little small island there. Quite an interesting place, not gonna lie. But so far north, I guess it's not super warm here, unless it's summer or whatnot. And no controllers whatsoever. That's pretty unusual not to have anyone in Boston. Mark this in your calendars. Alright, flying the Cessna, 80 knots, you're doing cross country. I have done this on my PPL. It's really cool stuff. You have all the time in the world and then you can still get lost. Nantucket traffic number 225 Victor X-ray departing to the northwest, last call Nantucket. So we just left the DTR, well, whatever this airspace is called. We can actually check, it will be listed here. Nantucket Memorial, the from ground to 2500. Doesn't say if it's CTR or not. I'll say it's CTR. And hey, is Earth's radius like 3 miles? I think that's 3 nautical miles. As far as I can measure that, that's 1, 2, 3, or maybe 4 miles. Or is it even 5 miles? That zombie. Okay, that looks like just a bit shy of 5 miles. Welcome back, that zombie. I am back as well. We were flying in Boston area around Nantucket. There is 0 controls available, so we're just having a look around. I've read the whole manual what to do on the VFR 1 flight. I identified some differences between US and Europe that I wasn't very confident about. So, cool stuff. And, well, if it was a bit more sunny, it would pretty much look like Bahama, but it isn't. And when you're planning cross-country flight and you can choose, just plan your departure leg with headwind and your return leg with tailwind. It will make you happier. Unless you can't do that for some reason, then well, it is what it is. Pretty nice area. The land is pretty far actually. I wonder how people get here. Maybe with the aircraft or the ships. I don't think there is any road. No, I really don't think there is. Right, I am not keeping the altitude. I need to correct that. Actually, let's trim for the altitude. Right, so a bit of an unexpected change of plans. Also, the zombie, we had to wait out the weather because there was a hell lot of rain coming through. But we waited it out by me just reading the manual for the Wings VFR flight. I'll try to show you. So this whole arc was basically over us when we logged in, but now it's gone. Oh, also, Asus, look at this. I was explaining what's the difference between miss approach, low approach and the low pass, and I've been drawing cool stuff. This will come in handy when we do any IFR, because then the difference between miss approach and low approach is more apparent, but I think for now that explains what is what. Seems good. Thank you, Niggity. Oh, there's a small tiny little island. There's a light. There's a beacon. There's a runway. There's 10. Where's the diagram for tank? Oh, we are discussing normal procedures in normal Earth.
Nantucket traffic, American 2426 is 15 miles west-southwest 2000 inbound. Great Point visual to 4 Nantucket.
There is another traffic. Welcome 10, how are you doing? And yeah, these are normal operations, not normal IC operations. Also, IC is writing SOP for his airline, so we'll need to update the drawing. Tank is normal procedure for some people, you and IC. Yeah, pretty much. I saw the beacon here. I wonder if there is a runway. There is a runway. Look, it's here on the Navigraph. So it should be between the lake. It's actually I think it's not depicted in the scene very well, because there's all sorts of trees and those beacons in the sim are just humongous. Oh, there's something there. Oh, there's the traffic. Very late. I was too tired today. Had to nap and have only just woken up. Oh, 10. I don't think you understand. 10 is never late, nor early. He arrives precisely when he wants to. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. No worries. I mean, having a nap is good. I do enjoy having naps myself, and I often forget that's an option to do. That's a really nice place if you can get here. I still wonder about the runway, because we have the beacon, but we don't have the runway. Right, we are still out of the airspace, so no problem there. I am not holding it altitude very well. Also, I'm looking all over the place again. Seems a bit choppy, but I think we're a-okay. And then I learned few differences between Europe and US already. For the VFR they have 3 statute miles and 1,000 feet ceiling above aerodrome level, while we in Europe have 1,500 feet ceiling for the VFR. And it's pretty nice area. I mean, if it was a bit sunnier, you would swear it's Bahamas. It's totally not Bahamas. Spoiler alert. Let's just check here. Okay, lights are okay. Everything is looking good here. Place is so chill. Yeah. There's the traffic, and we had A380 departing there, and there's one more traffic here. And I myself feeling pretty chill about the stream. I was thinking the Boston Wings flight will get me all stressed out, but I'm feeling super chill, so that's good stuff. I really do enjoy that. It's much better to feel that way. Okay. plane is flying, I often have a habit of holding the yoke and just pulling or pushing it for no reason when I should be just trimming it. So I'm trying to do just that. So that's where we are so far. We are out of any airspace. That's the class Delta here, so we'll be entering it shortly. We can also have a quick look at Volanta. Here's my flight. Hey, there is center. There is center. So we'll land and call for the flight. Yay! Looks like there's going to be a 737 road data flight coming soon. Exactly.
24, Nantucket.
Right, he's runway 24. Make him a bit louder, maybe. So, let me think about my next radio call. I'm using just Navigraph today with our indication to make it easy peasy. So we'll say Nantucket 5 miles northwest. And we'll enter long final from the right. How did I say that nicely? Let me think about it again. I'm just thinking what I'm about to say so I do not stumble midway through the sentence. Also there is center, but they haven't given me any contact me or whatnot, so we'll just land and then call them for the VFR 1. Nantucket traffic number 225 Victor X-ray 5 miles northwest of airport, inbound for landing runway 24 Nantucket. Alright, nice, raising out. And there's the airport. Runway 24, let's check our heading. That's saying 1113 right now, and we're on 3 here. Runway 24 is that way. That's not the one we're seeing here, so it's somewhere around here. And we will do our
traffic American 2426, 5 mile final 24 Nantucket.
Urdal based final turn somewhere over this place. So there is this notch here, so that's what I'm looking for. And we also need to get clear of this guy, so he's over there. So we are on our way. We have no counter 10, I'm sorry. And also I love when you're saying that. I'm not sure I reward it and have the counter. Okay, let's descend pattern altitude, which is 1000. Nantucket traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, right base runway 24, landing traffic inside Nantucket. So when I say inside, he's knows. Okay, I see him, so I'll not run into him. That's a good idea to say, and makes him feel a bit more comfortable about what's going on. Right, that's 1000 feet. Let's slow down. Reducing the power. Laps 10. Landing lights on, no fuel pump here. Let's get the carpet on for a moment. I'm surprised so many people are flying here. Though this is just end of the world airfield. Right, so our based final turn will be somewhere over here. Same is again choppy chop. Oh, also I need to put in the wind correction because there's a hell lot of wind today. And we can start descending. Right, flaps 20. Need to trim down, reduce the power a bit. That looks like it's pretty far out actually. Interesting. Hour looking time wise, 2 hours into the stream, not bad. Nantucket traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, turning final runway 24, full stop, Nantucket. There's that zombie! Welcome, welcome, very nice to have you here. Right, we have crosswind from the left, so I'll need left aileron and right rudder. Speed check, flaps full. Right, final check. What do you even check here? Carpet off, mixture forward. So we'll go and stop somewhere. Right, I'm looking wrong place. I'm looking at the chart instead of flying. I think I need to be more focused on the flying. Okay, I will do the crab this time. Let's see how this works. And a friend has been asking crab or side slip, and I am very much for the side slip approach. And when I was reading that, predict -1. Oh, why is the bot off? Sorry, I have to type that again. I didn't realize it was off. Okay, I think my Twitch token expired, so I'll renew that later on. Sorry, it's not working right now. I'll fix it once we're on the ground, I hope. Just know that I won this prediction, and that's good enough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you won. I mean, someone can still beat you to that. Rolling back the power, it's not idle yet. Now let's go full idle. So even if you're doing crap and then you decrap, you still need the side slip on landing. -73. 10-1. Well done, 10. Right, we'll backtrack here and vacate by alpha. Flaps up. Landing light off, taxi light on, strobe off. -1, I know it. Pretty much. Nantucket traffic number 225 Victor X-ray, clear of runway 24 Nantucket. Right, let's get the parking here. Also, we learned about the T's, so there are those parking marks where you should be stopping, and we learned that you should have the wings on the T. So this will be pretty much the wrong way. I'll get to the other T. Boston Central Line. Yes, that's where you are stopping. Thanks, Jesus. You are on top of everything. So the info we got from Hatchet is that you are supposed to stand like this, wings on the T and tail along the line, and there are the tie down spots here at the end of the T and at the end here. I wonder if there is also one for the nose wheel. That's how it is IRL. Cool, cool. We don't have those T's in the airports here in Europe, at least the ones I have been flying on, so that's very cool info. I've been wondering about this for a long time now. So always something to learn. We usually don't have those, and in the flight school I was flying at, we just had, well, later on we had a concrete like blocks with the iron loop for a tie down, but no T whatsoever. It's just not designed for the GA in mind. It's Europe being Europe. Alright, so we are here in front of tower. And we need to do 3 traffic patterns. Alright, now I remember everything. That's 1347. Let's set this up. 1347. Now I'm being stressed all of a sudden. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. You're gonna be fine, I hope. So I think we'll only manage the VFR 1 today because there was no center before, but they're here. That's great. 1347.
Bus is sending United 2521, ready to pick up IFR clearance to Chicago. United 25 Boston, hello. I need a PD, sorry, I need a flight plan from you, so you just make sure you filed one.
Let them fly. And now
688 is 3 miles from no lead, set to maintain 4,000 to establish on the localizer. Data, that's from 2.
Actually, maybe let's take a toilet break.
Descend and maintain 4,000.
So I'm super ready. Right, let's do that. I'll back in a second, so I'll leave the BRB and I'll back in 2-3 minutes, so do not go anywhere.
United 25, I have a flight plan now, you can expect the PD2. JetBlue 1755, cross runway 15 left.
Cross 15 left, 1755.
Division 688, if you want to make the ILS, you need to start ascending now.
Roger, for some odd reason our aircraft refused to descend, but yeah, we will descend now, flight level 4,000.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry for inconvenience, sir. Vision 688 heavy.
No problem.
Good afternoon, Boston Center, Delta 505, requesting IFR to Presque Isle.
Delta 505 Boston, hello, just confirm, are you doing your wings IFR 18 this time?
Yes, I am. 505.
Oh, 5 to request on number 1.
Say again.
Actually, Delta 505, you're clear to the Presque Isle Airport via, you're clear to the Presque Isle Airport as filed. After departure, maintain 7,000, expect flight level 210, minutes after departure. Contact me on this frequency, airborne, score 4760, hold for release.
Cleared as filed. 7,000, expect 21,000, 10 minutes after, squawk 4760.
Delta 505, readback is correct, advise number 1 up the runway, ready for departure.
Will do. 505.
JetBlue 1755, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 22 right, JetBlue 1755.
Vision 688, I see you still at 4,000, yeah, do you need to go for another try?
Affirm.
Vision 688, roger, cancel approach clearance, to left heading 09, correction, to left heading 080, maintain 4,000, expect ILS 122 left approach.
Cancelled approach, turn left heading 090, vision 688 heavy.
Boston, good afternoon, Virgin 9 Juliet.
All right,
sending
I am
through
back.
flight level 290.
I am back. Let's strap in.
Virgin 9 Juliet, Boston, hello, squawk 4704.
4704, Virgin 9 Juliet.
I hope they haven't been calling us.
Air Lingus 235, radio check. Shamrock 235, Boston, hello, radio loud and clear. Yep, sorry, November 131 Quebec, you're cleared to the, sorry, are you ready to copy?
So much traffic.
Copy 131 Quebec.
131 Quebec, cleared to the Mike Tango November Airport via the Beverly 3 departure, radar vector to Hartford, that is filed. Maintain 2000 and squawk 7027.
Clear to Martin Bay Airport via the Beverly 3 departure, radar vectors to Hartford. Climb 2000 and squawk.
I'm making a visualization for what's going on.
131 Quebec, your read back is correct, advise ready for taxi, the runways of your choice.
We'll advise when ready, 131 Quebec.
Now it's our turn. Boston Center, November 225 Victor X-ray. Hello, radio check.
225 Victor X-ray, Boston, read you loud and clear. Break, Virgin 9 Juliet, radar contact 90 miles east of
We have been
Strait. Cross Calverton,
pushed away.
Charlie, and then maintain 1 to 12,000 at speed 250 knots. The Kennedy altimeter 2942.
QNH 2942, cross Calverton at 12,000 feet at 250 knots, Virgin 9 Juliet.
Jet with 1755, radar contact, say altitude leaving.
Altitude 1,000, 5,000, 1755.
Jet with 1755, thanks. Climb maintain flight level 260.
Up to 260 at 1755.
Virgin 688 and left heading 030, descend and maintain 3000.
Turn left heading 030, descend and maintain 3000 for vision 688 heavy.
2488 on ground Syracuse, VFR to LaGuardia.
Delta 2488 Boston, hello, clear to the LaGuardia for via Syracuse to departure, radar vectors, Syracuse as filed, maintain 4000, squawk 3510.
This is going great.
Go to LaGuardia, Syracuse, to departure, radar vector Syracuse, on the Falcon, 4000, squawk in 3510, 2488.
United 2521, ready for pushback, gate, Bravo 36.
Alright, we'll say Boston Center, November 225 Victor X-ray at Nantucket. Request taxi for closed circuit and VFR flights 1. That's what I will say.
Roger, United 2521.
Maybe.
Actually, 2521, the pushback at the ramp is at your discretion anyway. You can advise, actually call me ready for taxi for now.
Alright, push on distraction, we'll call you when ready for taxi, United 2521.
Right.
No.
That's the hardest part.
Read back correct, advise ready for taxi, runway of your choice.
Boston Center, November 225 Victor X-ray at Nantucket. Request taxi for closed circuit and VFR wings 1.
I'll call you back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I just gave him 2 clicks.
Thank you. We'll go up on the ground at Montes with the near with the weather. I've heard of Boston too.
It's all I got, stand by for a second. United 2521, when ready for taxi, contact Boston Tower 128.82.
Hey, we'll contact tower, ready taxi, United 2521.
755 Victor X-ray, I'm sorry, you wanted the traffic patterns on Nantucket, is that correct?
A-firm and wings VFR 1, November 225 Victor X-ray.
225 Victor X-ray, wings VFR 1's approved, what runway would you like?
Request runway 24, November 225 Victor X-ray.
0225 Victor X-ray, roger runway 24, taxi via Hotel Echo, cross runway 15.
Taxi via Hotel Echo, cross runway 15, number 225 Victor X-ray.
Vision 688 and left heading to correction 300.
He's quick.
Turn left heading 30V.
I'm slow. Let's go.
Heavy.
Parking brake
Calling
released.
for clearance, second.
Taxi light on. I just do my thing, minding my own business.
Tango Papa Golf Boston, hello, clear to the Boston Airport, radar vectors, Fredo direct, maintain 3000.
Right, so we do taxi hotel here and echo cross runway 15.
Alright, clear to Boston via the radar vectors Fredo direct, climb 3000, expect 9000, squawk 4651 for Charlie Foxtrot, Tango Papa Golf.
Charlie Papa Golf, rear back correct, advised, ready for taxis, runways over your choice.
And we have that zombie. If you're flying along, you're very welcome to.
Charlie Papa Golf, runway 24, taxi Alpha.
24 via Alpha, Tango Papa Golf.
Vision 688, stand left heading 250 now, join the localizer.
Turn left heading 250. Join the localizer. Vision 688 heavy.
Right, so
American 4254, you're leaving my space and you're also flying right off the
that's just us getting out of the ramp on taxiway Foxtrot, and then we go right hotel and echo. Or have I missed it?
Station 688, 4 miles from Noli, maintain 3000 until the
Okay, we just didn't have the hotel, or I totally missed it. I think there was the hotel there.
Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Runway 22 left. Vision 688 heavy.
Right. Cross the runway 15. Now we're on echo. So we missed the taxi a bit here. I missed the taxiway hotel. Ooh.
Boston Center, Delta 505, number 1 at runway 1.
505, and that zombie is going there.
Roger, release for departure. Time now 2012.
Right, not too fast.
Clearance within 5 minutes. Advise me of your intentions no later than 10.
Whoa, the grass popped in.
Your frequency change approach. Talk to you in a bit.
See you later.
Right, flaps 10, taxi light off, landing light off, strobe on, and we're ready for departure. Holding point runway 24, ready for departure, November 225 Victor X-ray.
225 X-ray, left hand, left with traffic approved, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Left traffic clear for takeoff, runway 24, November 225 Victor X-ray. They never gave us the QNH, which is interesting.
Charlie Foxtrot Tango Papa Golf, fly heading 270, runway 24, Martha's Vineyard, clear for takeoff.
Heading 270, runway 24, clear for takeoff, Tango Papa Golf.
Right, runway checked. Let's check magnetic headings, okay, and gyro compass. I need to adjust it just a bit. Now it's okay. Alright. Transponder alt. Full power. Engine in the green. I forgot my trim, so rolling it down for takeoff. Bit of right.
688 heavy, we are establishing on the localizer.
688, thanks, calling Boston Tower 13848, have a good evening.
Right. 80, we can climb at 80.
Over to Boston Tower,
or reduce 70.
Heavy, and thank you for your service. It was a great job. You did a great job, sir.
No worries, thank you.
200 feet, reduce power.
Boston Tower,
24,
300
feet, flaps up, trim up.
To left.
So you're still with Boston Center frequency?
Sorry.
No worries.
.500 feet, we can turn crosswind now.
Passing 1,900 for 3.
Charlie Papa Golf, thanks for the contact.
That's the place where we don't see the airport. Actually, you can see it. Oh, I didn't have enough wind correction, so it's blown there. So with the wind correction, that will be like this now. Right, let's roll out for the crosswind. And we can turn downwind here. Level of 1000. Accelerate 80, reduce power 22, and turning for the downwind. Trim down. Alright, we need a bit of wind correction to the right, so I'll make sure the 24 is here down here, but a bit to the right, so I have enough wind correction. I think this 10-15 degree.
Boston Center, good day.
Fine.
2454 just passed news descending.
You're abeam here.
303 on the Roebuck 3 with Kilo.
Kilo 2454 Boston, hello, scope 4723.
4723, JetBlue 2454.
Right, that's a beam. Oh, I forgot the landing lights. So, landing lights on, reduce power slightly, flaps 10, shallow descent. Where will be my base to final turn? The runway is here, so somewhere around this place.
225XX, runway 24, cleared for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 24, November 225 Victor X-ray. Turning base now. The base will be a bit quick because we have wind. We have tailwind on the base.
Boston American 105, flight level 340 over tops.
And I need wind correction to the left. Alright, speed check, flaps 20.
American 105 Boston, hello, scope 4711.
4711 American.
There's the runway, let's give this wind correction.
2454, radar contact, 26 miles west.
So I'm looking at 24 and making sure we're a bit to the left of 24.
Arrival, runway 22 left, the Boston altimeter 2937.
Clear direct Roebuck, descend by the Roebuck 3 for 22
Right,
left.
increase power, we need those 60-70 knots. That's looking pretty nice actually after the last practice.
Heavy, hello, approaching speed 8,000 for some
60 Boston, Center, hello, climb
Right, I'm cutting the corner here, so I'm doing 45-degree turn first, so I do not overshoot the final.
American 105, radar contact.
And I found this to be much easier, otherwise you always judge it wrong,
maintain 340.
depending on the wind and whatnot, so doing it in 2 turns is much easier. Right, there's a final speed check, flaps full, mixture forward, so we're good. And we're clear for the option, so we can touch and go. There is crossing from the left, but it's not as strong as before. Right, keep those 65-70 knots. I'll be keeping 65.
Boston, good afternoon, Blue Street 5084 underground at Portland.
Alright, I need to chill down in my chair. I'm all tense and my back is hurting already. Slight side slip to the left. Actually, we don't need it anymore. Add a bit more power. So, pitch for airspeed, power for glide angle.
2488, ready and taxi, we'll set up for my 28.
There are trees in the final, there's cat jumping in front of me. Everything is going crazy, but we are doing fine.
Mike Alpha cross runway 33.
Mike Alpha cross 33 on the 2
Blue Street 5842 to the Philadelphia airport via the Newell for departure.
My god, it's meowing now. That's the first time.
Maintain 3000, scope 2465.
What's up, cat? What do you want? We're just flying here. We have to chill and fly. Right, rolling back the power. Idle. Pulling. Oh, I forgot to renew the Twitch token. I'll have it ready for the next stream. Flaps 10. Full power.
2206 Wilson, hello, scope 4743.
right leg, 70,
Deep
rotate.
Blue Streak 50.
Should actually rotate at 60.
Runway 18 isn't available for the new 4. I can give you runway 18, but then it will be vectors to, we'll say GME. Actually, sorry.
Climb out, wind correction to the left.
So,
200 feet, reduce power 24. 300 feet, flaps up, trim up, landing light off.
22, do it.
500 feet, turn crosswinds.
Hello, 131 Quebec, sorry, you're a bit quiet. Say again your requested runway? Hello, 131 Quebec, Roger, runway 16, taxi via...
That's our crosswind, still climbing. Have a look there. Okay, it's looking good. There's the zombie on the approach. Hey, welcome, welcome. And we'll start turning downwind now. And there's the zombie landing numbers. Good stuff. Right, I need to look away now. Okay, level of 1000. Accelerate, reduce power.
10, expect that at runway 22 left approach.
Heading 010, expect 22 left, ILS 22 left, Charlie Foxtrot, thank you, Papa Go.
Delta 505, you on the frequency?
505, I'm with you.
Okay, 505, sorry, did you give me a call earlier?
I was a little busy, I was waiting for a break.
Okay, no worries, Delta 505, I then.
And that zombie for another pattern, I think. Good stuff. I hope that wasn't
1318 Quebec, back taxi runway 16, line up and
wasn't
wait,
identical for us.
Back taxi 16, line up and wait, full advise.
55 XX, clear sorry, runway 24, clear for the option.
Here for the option, runway 24, November 225 Victor X-ray. Right, we're way past the beam, so reducing power, slow down, landing lights on. Laps 10. Laps 20.
7 Boston, approach radar contact 1 major flight 350.
I can really feel the wind here. Just the aircraft is going sideways. So see that, that's where we're going now.
Boston Center, Delta 505.
We're a bit far, so should be fine anyway.
Delta 505, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 210.
To flight level 210, Delta 505.
Right, we're on base, we're clear for the option.
Hello, Boston departure, Challenger, 1 my Charlie 4000,
Good stuff.
4000 via the red side.
1 my Charlie Boston departure, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 240.
Level 240, Challenger, 1 my Charlie.
I think we're actually on base track. Just a lot of wind correction.
Center, Care Trainer 973.
Right, we can do this final turn slowly.
Lebanon and wings IFR 19.
Okay, Trainer 973 Boston, hello, Roger, please with the Lebanon airport as filed. Climb maintain 10,000. Expect Federal 32010 minutes after departure. Contact me on this frequency airborne.
There's the final. Altitude looks okay. We'll stay with flaps 20. No need for the full flaps now.
Will maintain 10.
Especially the wind.
Squawk 5317. Departure with you will hold for release. Care Trainer 973.
Trainer 973, read back vector advise number 1 at the runway ready for departure.
Understood. Air Trainer 973.
Get on center line.
Take off at 1 expect.
131 Quebec, roger, fly, actually turn right, heading to...
Alright, now I think we don't have any crosswinds, or just barely any crosswind. We just have a lot of headwinds. Predict -1. Alright, your prediction of -1 has been noted. I am doing the bot stuff now. Confirm the AI.
Loud and clear.
Right,
altitude leaving.
light wind correction to the left.
Delta point for radio.
Thanks, Delta 2048, clear direct Rockdale, climb maintain 17,000.
Oh. Yeah, I need to renew the token, so I think that's what happened, and I'll do it after the stream. Not bother about this now, but you can still write it, I'll remember it, I hope. -1 for 10. Who gives more? I mean,
Number 4 Sierra Juliet with you.
XOXO.
5,000.
Right, we're a bit high, still.
8740
Okay angle for me.
Radar contacted. Turn right, direct Providence, and climb maintain, actually maintain 5,000.
5,000 correct Province, 4 Sierra Juliet.
That's actually the angle I'm comfortable with, because I've been flying so much gliders.
Charlie Foxtrot Tango Papa Go,
what
turn
it
left,
feels like.
20 degree, actually turn left heading 350.
Running back the power.
Left,
Pulling,
350, down to 5,000, Charlie Foxtrot Tango Papa Go.
Right, now we popped out. Boom, -40. 10, Johan, well done. You knew it.
131 Quebec, the altitude.
Full power, flaps 10.
We're at 2,000, 131 expect.
60, rotate.
Turn right heading 270.
Climbed out 70. Aim for 70. $200 feet, reduce power 20, 24. 300 feet.
Lieutenant Charlie Foxtrot Tango Papa
Flap
Go.
up, flaps up, trim
down
up.
to 5,000.
Landing lights off.
Thank you.
Washington Center,
Get down be there.
973 at Prescott, ready for departure.
Trainer 973.
500 feet.
Time now.
We're in crosswinds.
28 advise me. Oh, sorry. Clearance within 5 minutes. Advise
I can verify that your steep landing capabilities are pretty impressive, even in tubes.
Frequency
Yeah.
change approved. Clearance void in
But
5 minutes.
I wouldn't try it in a real tube, to be honest. It can be a bit dangerous, but here, no problem. Actually, you'll see that next time. There's that zombie landing. I think I cannot really look now. That's a bit of a bummer. Right, let's start turning. Oh, that makes the situation even worse. Right, I'll just reduce the power. Try to look at you. Okay, we're doing alright. That's why I prefer the low wing aircraft, because I see where I'm turning. In the high wing aircraft, it's just the wing covering.
Quebec, just confirm you're right. Heading 270.
My bad, I thought you said 170, right 270, 131.
Okay,
There we go.
Quebec, let's do this instead. You can just continue your present heading, climb and maintain flight level
Good
340.
stuff. Right, I'll look away now.
Heading up 340, 131 expect.
8740 Juliet, do you have any... Yeah, I expect LS runway 23 approach.
Right, now we're a beam, so I'll do it the right way.
Maintain 2,100.
Reduce power,
Expect 23,
landing lights on.
2,100 PD, 4 Sierra Juliet.
Kepler 2454, expect LS runway 22, let's approach, 86 kilos.
Slow down,
8 is kilo, expect
flaps 10, get in the shallow descent.
Charlie Foxtrot Tango Papa Golf, sorry, so left heading 300, instead of maintain 3,000.
Left 300 down to 3,000, Charlie Foxtrot Tango Papa Go.
Turning base now. And we'll call him as soon as we turn on base. Left 20. Left base runway 24, November 225, Victor X-ray. Oops. Where's the center?
25 Victor X-ray, runway 24, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, runway 24, November 225, Victor X-ray. Now you can just see it was part of the test to make sure I'll make the call. It probably wasn't, but hey, that's what I'm supposed to do. I think we're a bit low here. Also, maybe not, maybe that's just the right angle. And on final now.
Boston Center, Care Trainer 9073 at 8,000, climbing 10,000.
Care Trainer 973, side dense.
Right, flaps full.
1318, Quebec, clear direct Hartford.
Direct Hartford, 131 Quebec.
Keep 70, keep that decent angle.
Level protection, Care Trainer 973, thanks for your contact 7 miles south of Prescott.
Push down a bit for the speed. I lost a bit of the speed here. Right, now it's looking good. So let's see.
1 mile from Lonely,
What's our ground speed? It's like 50 knots, so we should be having 150 feet per minute descent. Alright, that makes sense what I'm seeing.
Sherbrooke 225 cleared to Dublin Airport, climb via SID, expect
Let's see, we have half an hour to go, so we'll do a few more traffic patterns. We need to do 3, but we can do more.
34.7, squawk 2406.
What?
Oh no. You went what? The center.
Radio check.
Loud, okay.
Roger, Boston Center, good evening, Canadian 7535 with you, flight level 360.
Can you say that call sign one more time?
Canadian 7535.
75 or 7335?
Oh no, they get confused about the call sign.
7335, correction.
Canadian 7335, Boston score 4725.
4724.
Right, pulling, rolling back the power. I'll try not to balloon out now. Boom. There you go. Right, flaps 10, full power.
Over to tower 28, think above Garcia.
Right rudder,
heading
6
260,
knots.
join the localizer.
260, join the localizer.
Rotation, accelerate 70,
250.
climb about out 70, lurk. Right, we'll see you later, Nicodine.
55 Victor X-ray. Are you going to be doing another one here?
1 more pattern, November 225 Victor X-ray.
Roger.
He was just not expecting 1 more pattern because on the wings we have just 2. 200, reducing power 24. 300, flaps up, trim up. Landing lights off. But we can do more patterns, no problem about that.
Good evening, American 1549, descending, flight level 230 on the Robux 3 Charlie, arrival.
American 1549, Baltimore, low school.
There's that zombie there.
4733 American.
500, turning crosswind.
Center FS01 Charlie with you, Robux 3 arrival.
01 Charlie, Boston Center, low school 4754.
Score 4754, FS01 Charlie.
Boston Center, good afternoon, United 26, file 370, Taipei 320, 40 miles inbound.
Oh, I actually didn't have the correct flap setting. No.
2060 Boston Center, score 4741.
Right, I need to look what I'm doing.
4741, the squawk, United 26.
No, I can.
American Air 01 Charlie Radar, contact 9 miles west of Madison, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 22 left, Boston altimeter 2937.
Then via the Roebuck 3 arrival, expect runway 22 left, 2937 at 01 Charlie.
And there's the dummy. Good stuff. Such a nice place to fly. Make sure I keep the altitude, so level off here, reduce power, 22.
25 XX, runway 1, connection 24, clear for the ocean.
Runway 24, clear for the option, November 225 Victor X-ray. I think we'll make full stop. And then disconnect from VATSIM, do a few more things, and all the day. Right, we're a beam. Reducing power. I'll just go idle. Landing light on, flaps 10. Power back. Get initial descent.
Boston Center, FedEx 872 on the ground at Manchester, IFR to Memphis, please.
I'll call you back. Canadian 7335, radar contact 6 miles west of...
Turning base, we are clear, so that's good.
Maintain flight level 360, Canadian 7335.
FedEx 873 Boston, clear to Memphis, Manchester 1 departure, radar vectors Cambridge as filed, maintain 3000, squawk 1340.
Clear to Memphis, Manchester, 1 departure, radar vectors cam that has filed, maintain 3000.
Laps 20, I'll just continue to turn so we roll out on final.
3333, read back, advisory taxi, the runway is your choice.
I need to trim down.
We'll call for taxi, FedEx 872.
874 runway 23, clear to land.
23 clear to land, 430.
Okay, start turn on final now. I like our altitude way more now. It's a bit of a shorter final, so that seems to be working much better. I need to add the power. Right, overshoot a bit here, so just slowly get back and correct that. Flaps full.
Yeah, Boston, American 105.
Trim down.
Go ahead.
Yeah, step away less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure, let me know when you're back. Delta 2048 across Daisy at and maintain 8000, the Stewart altimeter 29036.
Cross Daisy 8000, 2936, Delta 2048.
Right, keeping 65 knots.
354 is airborne, passing 1.5.
Give that decent rate and decent angle. We should be fine.
384, thanks for the contact. Time and maintain flight level 360.
Level 360, Blue 385.
Now we're getting high, so I need to correct that.
American 1549, radar contact just passing the Madison VOR. Say speed.
Right, because of this headwind, I need way more power than usual, but that's fine.
American 1549.
Mike decimal 70 for American 1549.
And the indicator?
Indicated 270 for American 1549.
Okay, American 1549, maintain speed 250 less, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival. Runway 22 left, Boston altimeter 2937.
Speed 250, sent by the Roebuck 3.
I'll try touchdown early so I can vacate via Alpha again.
Abbott 01 Charlie, maintain speed 290 now or greater until Roebuck, published speed at Roebuck.
Running back the power, arrest the descent.
Abbott 01 Charlie.
I balance up again. Boom, mine safe. Cool. Stepping on the brakes, flaps up.
90 knots or greater until
and vacate via Alpha.
Speed at Roebuck.
Thank you for the cheer 10. 100 bits. Thank you.
United 2060, radar contact 21 miles west of Madison, descend maintain flight level 230.
Landing light off, taxi light on, and strobe on. Do not stop.
2454, turn left 10 degrees, descend maintain 3000 vectors to final.
Actually had the strobe off all the time.
Descend 3000, JetBlue 2454.
And stop here.
Number 55 X-Ray, welcome to Nantucket to taxi Alpha back to the ramp, and then congrats on passing wing 251.
Taxi via Alpha back to ramp. Thank you. November 25 Victor X-Ray.
Boston Challenger 1
Yay, we did it! We passed the nerves.
I'm assuming you'd like runway 1?
1.
So 1 like that, it's not a flight discussion meeting 11,000, open altimeter 2934.
11,02934.
That's Alpha back to the ramp. Taxiways are a bit crazy here. There's Joe, patiently waiting for us again, as usual.
Disregard that. Turn right heading 330, expect Dallas, runway 19 approach.
White turn 330 and down to 11,000, November 1 Charlie.
November 502 Tango Charlie, leading right facing the Oxford flight, radar service terminated, frequency change approach here.
Okay, over to Unicorn, 2 Tango Charlie.
Getting here on the T. Right, perfect. And there's the zombie.
105 back.
Good stuff.
105, welcome back to the beginning of May 740 sorry, yeah, welcome back to Providence taxi, taxi to the ramp and then congrats on passing
I see you're ballooning out as well. I still have a trouble with that here. It's because I have those pretty fast approaches and then I'm just pulling too hard instead of letting it float. It's guitar time. I think it's guitar time. All the food then. Oh no.
I need to double check something.
Don't get too hungry. Right, step on the brakes, parking brake on, taxi light on.
4, but then Boston Providence is like the 2 in my mind. Yeah, okay, no worries. I'll take off 2 for you.
Coming it off. Transponder. Well, we can have it off. Radius off. Alternator off. Mixture cut off. Wait for the probe to stop.
Echo calling Boston Sega.
Magnets off. What next? Econ off. Nav off. Battery off. And fuel selector off. That's it. Perfect. We passed. Welcome back to the zombie. Very nice to have you. And park almost on the T again. So cool. Right, I'll start getting guitar out. We can now disconnect from VATSIM. We said our thank yous and goodbyes. They're busy, so I'll not be calling for another goodbye. Disconnected from VATSIM. And there's that zombie taxing in. Yay, perfect. I think we'll keep this for the guitar time, actually. Let's keep it slightly to the left. I'm adjusting this with my tracker, so it might be a bit crazy. Right, great flying. We passed VFR 1. It wasn't the hard one, but getting familiar with the wings flight, that was the hard part. Welcome back to the zombie. Nice having you flying along. Right, we disconnected from VATSIM, so we are safe here. I'll get up, unlock my chair, and it's guitar time. So, if you're unfamiliar, I'll play the outro for you live on guitar and bass, and then we'll go and ride someone. So, if you can, please stick out to our ride. It will take like 10 to 15 minutes. Right, I need to disappear for a second to unlock my chair, so back in a moment. And I'm back. Alright, perfect. Let's switch the scene to the outro. Right, my effects are still starting up, but one is having a bit of a problem. Oh no, it's actually fine. I do hear some buzzing though. Oh. Why is that the case? Let me think. Right, I think we'll survive with the buzzing. It should be fine. Oh no, I did reset the view. What happened is I clicked the middle button and it was still focused on the flight sim, so yeah, I just reset the view. Right, I'll adjust it once again. I think that's perfect. Right. Here are the guitars. And let's go. We have the drums running, and we start with the guitar first. That's the guitar looped in. And here comes the bass. And that's all looped in. Perfect. Alright, cool stuff. Nice to be back. It's been a nice flight. We passed the VFR 1. Great success. It's not the hard one, but actually it feels good. So, I can totally recommend it. Now you know what to do. I read the whole thing to you, but you can always read it again. And the center is pretty friendly, so hold on. Thank you for the claps, that zombie. And woohoo. Let me see. We had We have the follow from Retro These Nuts today, breaking the 200. Thank you for the follow. And 10 minutes with the 100 bits cheer. Seems good 100. Thank you, thank you. Great stuff. So nice paint. What's that emote? Welcome back, Firebird. Alpha Butter. That's a cool one. Which means we made the follower goal, which means we'll be doing 737 raw data flying on Thursday, 18 Zulu. Bye hi! The bot said hi, so yeah, welcome back. We're just ending here, but great stuff. We completed the VFR 1 on the Boston. All good. So next time, 737. Raw data means you are... I'm not sure how to put it, it's just you're using the raw indication of the ILS and the VOR. You don't have your flight director or anything, and you do not use the map on the display. Yeah, we are just ending here. We've been live for 2 hours 50 minutes. We completed the VFR 1 flights in Boston, and yeah, we'll be ending. Oh, yes, that is maybe the beginning. No, it's the outro. Anyway, nice seeing you, and Nicotine being the first just in time. Good stuff. So let me see who's up, who we can write. I saw Peter Mooney was up, so if he's still up, we'll write him. He's usually also doing the Boston wing flights. He's really cool. Right, I'm checking if he's still up. Thanks for streaming, you're very welcome, Firebird. And very nice to have you here again. I've been off for a week, took some break, and it's feeling good now. The new schedule is Tuesdays and Thursdays, 18 Zulu, but I will be doing some occasional streams on other days. I hope for the weekends, and then a bit early, but I will let you know in the Discord when that happens. But until then, next stream is Thursday and 18 Zulu. I also put some description back down there in the about page, so there is some more about me. And I'm using the vanity title now, showing I'm the pilot. Right, let's rate Peter Mooney. The ride is up. You can copy your hives, whatever you need. And let's do that. I'll be back on Thursday. It's been great having you. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for playing along. That zombie, always on pod. I love it. Going to Peter. Yeah, he's super cool. Alright, I'm ready. I have been ready. See you man, have a great day. Likewise, have a great day, evening, good night everyone. I'll see you next time. Let's go to the end scene. I'm still talking to you. And I see everyone is signed up for the ride. Peter Moon is just on the ground, so I'm not sure what will happen next. Let's go. I'll see you next time. Bye bye bye. Bye.